Okay. And you don't really have to use names. We can use numbers. Okay, I have a detailed instructions there, and which is what we're going to do now. So instead of using row names, okay, you can use the row numbers, okay, 1 through the number of rows. Yeah.
I'm trying to follow along. It's not letting me do any of this. It's saying putting little X's by the numbers.
X's.
Yeah, like errors. Yeah.
Okay.
It's saying it's wanting commas at the end of every one.
Yeah, that is probably some kind of error. We'll look at it after class. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so instead of row names, we can simply use numbers. So let's get the number of rows in the data set, so which is n row housing dot df. That's going to tell us, so n rows will be 5802. Okay, and then we, let's say, train trn. Okay, how many you want? Okay, so we're going to look at how many rows we want in trn. So that will be n rows times 0.6. That's the number of rows we want for training set. Okay. Now you can, to be sure that this is a whole number, when you're multiplying by 0.6, you can do a floor. And floor will, if you end up with a non-integer number, it'll just round it down to a whole number. Okay. All right. So then we want training rows. Again, we use sample. Okay. First item in sample is, what do you want to sample from? We want to sample from the numbers 1, 2, 3, all the way down to the total number of rows. Okay. So, and you can get that with, there is a function called seclen, or sequence. Okay. So this one generates a regular sequence of standard, 1, 2, 3, all the way to the size that we specify there. So we say, so that means SEQ LEN, say, if I say SEQ LEN 5, it's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If I say like 15, it's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 to 15. So here, this seclen n rows is going to give me a sequence of numbers 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 5802. Okay. Now from that, we want to at random select how many? trn. Okay. So that's going to give me row numbers for our train set. Okay. Then you partition after that. Okay, so train dot df. Okay, of course, it's going to overwrite what we had done previously, but that's okay. So subset housing DF with TR rows. TR rows, all columns. Okay. And when you use the numbers, you don't have to do a set difference now. Because we are using row numbers, we can simply use a negative of, so valid becomes you subset with negative. Okay. All the TR rows will go to training, and then this will be all that is not TR rows will go to valid. Yeah.
So, if you can remind us, the training data set is used,
To develop the model.
okay, and then the validation proves that the model is good?
That's right. Validation, you'll use validation partition to evaluate the accuracy of the models.
Okay, so it's like training is kind of before to see if the model works.
Right.
And validation shows that it's accurate.
Right. So train is used to develop the model, and then you have like 3 different models that you've developed in the train. And you take those 3 models and apply it with the validation model and calculate the accuracy measures, and then see which one of those 3 is best. Okay? So we will go over examples of that. Okay? Right now we are only doing the partitioning. And then we will look at examples of what I'm talking about, just now. Okay, so that's going to partition again into 2 sets. Okay. All right, any questions? So this is a simpler set of code instead of row names.